And I want that kind of intention to continue to spread as people are watching the show and talking about the show and going back and watching, the mothership show P-Valley. We're here doing season 3. Everybody acting like, the Pink Posse is real serious sometimes. They act like, like, we don't want... I had a stewardess stop me on the plane, and she told me, she said, I heard y'all doing a documentary. Who told y'all to do that? We don't want that. That's what she said to me before she asked for a picture. And my response was, I said I wanted to do it because I got tired of people coming up and asking me to put them on like you doing right now. So I wanted to show you something, who you are and how dope we really can be. You gonna be all right? Oh, I guess. Okay. Can I have a picture? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And it's just so strange to me, the audacity that sometimes the community may have, but yet we are not that audacious when it comes to taking up space ourselves or daring to dream, So for me, maybe it's the educator in me, or I don't know, but it is what it is.
Amazing. Thank you so much. That was a word.
Yeah, it so matters, like you hearing from you all, as the beacons that you are in the community, and as an organization. I'm sitting up here like trying to hold back and not get, misty and stuff like that, because it's been a labor of love. This has been a labor of love for a long time. And, you don't always have control over when things come out because of all of the industry in and of itself is going through so much in terms of the restructuring of it all, and all of us having a job and how those jobs have changed, and we all are home in different places as opposed to being in an office. So I want you to know that I am very grateful, very, very, very grateful for the space that you all occupy and for taking the time. There's a lot of content out there, so I don't take for granted you taking your time to look, and take the trip down in the valley. We really, really, really appreciate it.
What it is.
Nigeria Chambers here, Big Old Belt Media. Shoshana and Nicco, thank you so much for the time today. I got to echo Ray's sentiments earlier. This is truly just fantastic. And although we might have wanted it a long time ago, I'm thankful to having this now. I'm curious now because I always like to look forward here. With you already exploring stories in Memphis, Dallas, Mississippi, New Orleans, I'm kind of curious about what was kind of left off the storyboard or on the chopping blocks in terms of footage and direction. And what other cities might have been in considerations for more storytelling?
Oh, I mean, we wanted to stick, into that Delta region, but, we never got into Arkansas. We did identify some stories in Arkansas that I would have loved to have done more in Mississippi than we were able to do. There's a lot to be done still, and a lot of places that we could go, but you only have so much time. You got 30 minutes, you got 6 episodes that have been commissioned, so you kind of have to make your choices, figuring out what fits where and like what you can afford to do. We did take a kind of like trip out of the Delta region to the Dallas Fort Worth area for Marley's story, but it was just too good to, sometimes you just have to take a diversion because it fits into, we had written that line, it's not always a place, it's a state of mind, that the valley is a state of mind. And, that really just fit into the ethos of the story. And we just couldn't resist that story. So we took a dalliance there, but there's, much more to come, and there's so much richness and so much, there were a lot of stuff that the producers pitched that we were like, season 2, like this doesn't quite fit for this, but like park it on the bench. We got season 2, coming down the pike, hopefully. So
yeah, because I think it was also one of the things that as much as the place is a character, right? It was not the leading factor in what stories were told. It was the people. There are a ton of stories still to be told. There's worlds where for me, I want to talk about the youth and growing up and what that's like, and connecting that with the mothership show with Mercedes' daughter and the dance teams and that lifestyle of like, what is that? We tap on marching bands just a little bit, the mayor, I don't know if you all saw like 10 Toes Down, but the mayor, he is Greek, and part of a fraternity. And what is fraternity and sorority life like? And what does that mean to our culture? There's so many different ways of connectivity that we have and that we explore as a people and community that I feel is highlighted in the series. And it's not harped on and it's not preached about, but it's present and it's there. So, you see it. Like Uncle Clifford, you see it. No pun intended.
That was good, Nicco. Go, boy. Get there.
Thank you so much. And I guess we'll circle the block for season 2 soon.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Write to STARZ. Let them know.
Yes.
So for the final question, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the set culture and just creating that safe space, because for all the feelings that the viewers are for sure going to the show is going to invoke, just kind of wonder, how did you all kind of balance that, create that safe space, especially with the subjects and the subject matters that's touched upon each and every episode? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that question. It's really important, as a team leader, as a showrunner, I think one of the things that I really pay attention to, and one of the things that are one of my gifts, is being able to assemble a group of people who I feel is really the right chemistry for the production. And there may be, when I'm in my interview process, I may note like, this is a wonderful human, but maybe not quite right for this project in particular. And so the group of people that we assembled, really, I think we're the right group of people. And, the way that I lead, the way that Nicco leads, is really from a heart center and a place of integrity. So we knew that all of the people were going to make sure that the people felt safe, that the people felt respected, that the integrity was really in place there. And that was the thing that was first and foremost. And, it gets reflected back to us because we're still in touch with folks, and folks reached out to us in moments of need that were, aside from the work that we were doing, and really making sure that, because a lot of, some of the women who you see portrayed, they're in survival mode. And there are things that happen in survival mode that are scary. So that integrity that was kept in place, I think, really comes from the beginning of like hiring the right group of people and then leading in that way where everybody knows that's the first priority, that people are taken care of. And so it's just, if you lead in that way, then you're just going to have that as an ethos on the set. Yeah. And we really didn't have any problems. There was never a situation where we had to be like, you're not treating people this way. Like, people were, just great shout out to our team.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
we want people to have all the feels, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You get a little education, get a little sensuality, you get a little, wait, what happened? Let's go. You get all of those things, from all the genders, all the identities, and I think that it was an interesting way to just look at how, people look at women one way and then look at men another way, and yet they're both standing right in front of you, So yeah, I love to hear like what's resonating with y'all too. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I